decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down, Love. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Here's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Love looking to throw it. Now this aired out deep for Reed. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. White with a pick, and the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he's got room. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Allen now on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Going deep for Diggs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Following the interception, Love forced out to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Buying time to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head. And
mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Here's Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Tucker Kraft from 10 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Christian Watson, touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 32 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 46 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Allen will try to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentional.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away from the
today. It's Madden NFL football.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Man open, and that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Down the right sideline, and finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. First and 10, it's Levis. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Levis. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Levis on third down. And that will be incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here we go, fourth down, Levis. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Burrow on first down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action now. Levis. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A shot downfield for Burks. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They do go for it. Here's Levis. A shot downfield for Burks. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. First down, here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. But they go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Levis. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but the there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Burrow. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow fighting through pressure. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they go play action now. Burrow on the move to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got...
Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. Surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And Levis going back to the air. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase. And my goodness, another interception. He's to the 10. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Now
whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Burrow will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakankwo, 93 yards. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 33. A good pickup there at 22. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Roger McCreary in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the... And my goodness, another interception. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh?
And give them another 6. It's...